I'm Dr. Biaggi, and this is your Musicology Smackdown. If it weren't for the Bee Gees, I might not have been conceived. What better way for my parents to do some baby making than to the tight harmonies of three men who collectively shared one testicle? This week marks the release of The Ultimate Bee Gees, a 3-disc set featuring ass-shaking falsetto hits like Stayin' Alive, You Should Be Dancin', Night Fever, More Than a Woman, and How Deep Is Your Love. While they wrote and performed for over 40 years, the Brothers Gibb will forever be known for their signature sound, which marked the disco years of the 1970s. The group's 3-part harmonies were instantly recognizable. Robin's clear vibrato lead was a hallmark of their earlier hits, while Barry's R&B falsetto became their trademark sound during the disco years. Though they had early hits like Lonely Days and Spicks and Specks, a song that has now been banned by the Latin American Congressional Caucus, by 1973 the Bee Gees were in a rut, and on the advice of Atlantic Records guru Ahmet Ertegun, they were encouraged to try recording soul music. The resulting LP, Mr. Natural, was anything but, as it seemed fairly unnatural to have 3 men who looked and sounded like a troupe of pasty woodland sprites sing anything requiring the cultural depth of the soul genre. In the late 1970s, the Bee Gees became involved with a little film project called Saturday Night Fever, for which they wrote all the songs in a single weekend. Many people assert that Saturday Night Fever began the disco craze, although those involved with the record at the time said it merely prolonged it. Either way, we know who we can blame for a trend that sparked some of the most embarrassing fashion since the Shakespearean neck wreath. 3 of their singles, How Deep Is Your Love, Stayin' Alive, and Night Fever, reached #1 around the world, making it the highest-selling album in recording history to that point, and launching the most popular period of the disco era. Moreover, men the world over began wearing denim with strangulating tightness, hoping that they too might cut off circulation from their balls and sound just like the Bee Gees. By the end of the 70s, Barry Gibb became the only songwriter to have 4 consecutive #1 hits in the U.S., breaking the Lennon-McCartney record. The Bee Gees have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as Britain's first family of harmony. Due to their collectively low sperm count, this was about as much of a family as any of the brothers was bound to have. The disco era is still paying off for the Bee Gees. Stayin' Alive is still the #1 requested song for paraplegics attempting to do chair aerobics. Well, like I said, if it weren't for the Bee Gees, I might not even be here. So this is Dr. Biaggi telling you to put on your platform shoes and turn it up.